All right, viewers, welcome back to Are We There Yet? Our journey with Clyde. We are still with Clyde, although I'm not sure for how much longer. Rock bottom of the league, and I've filtered out all of the other results, all of the other competitions. The cup competitions are gone. This is our league form. Would you keep me in the job? The board aren't concerned. I mean, I assume they are really, but they're just not telling me about it. So we've won 2 games, and we've winless. It's now nearly January, so we're nearly winless in 4 months in league football. Ooh, yeah. I mean, we managed a couple of cup wins, admittedly over a bigger side in Vanessa and a team that, well, Brewer. Okay, so this is a crunch game because we are 8 points off the top. I say top. That's winning the league for me. If we can catch Forfar, or whoever's in 8th place, that's winning the league. We are 10 points, 2 points behind Peterhead, who've been abysmal. They've only won 1 game, but crucially, they haven't lost 11 like we have. And it's vital that we don't go 5 points behind them at this stage, because that allows them to get out of it, and it doesn't allow us to get out of it. So it really has to be, it really just must be better. We've had another job interview since you were last with me. It was a job I'd take as well, Glentoran from Ireland. I didn't apply. I'm not applying for jobs. So that's one thing I won't do really. Is probably apply for a job while the season is ongoing. Maybe if it's a job we really want, but ultimately we'd make the decision together anyway. In terms of whether we actually took the job, I think applying for it is not so serious as actually taking it. But yeah, when we get interview offers, as long as it's for a club we're interested in, then we'll go for it. We did have as well a bit of media speculation about whether we'd join Albion Rovers, but they're in the Scottish League 2, semi-pro, so we'd drop from League 1 with a pro side down to League 2 with a non-pro side, so I don't know why we'd do that. Sandy McCluskey is now wanted by Aberdeen. It's no real surprise. He's one that we want to keep with us if we can. You know, I see him as a bit of a staple of the journey, but if it is that he ends up joining Aberdeen this transfer window, that probably won't be possible unless we take over at Aberdeen. So, I mean, he has got issues, you know. His tackling is still at 1. His corners at 1. His crossing at 1. And given where he plays, he is likely to find himself out wide. So he's not complete, and he never will be, I don't think. But he's a good striker, and I think he'll develop nicely in the next few years. And hopefully we can be a part of that with him. So, fingers crossed today we can turn, I keep saying it, turn the corner. We're missing Barry, the captain. He's out injured. Ramsey's suspended, no big loss, and Datnovitz is injured as well. He picked up a groin strain, although his performances have dropped off somewhat. But he's still a vital player. 8 goals in 25, 8 assists. So we're playing Max Wright in his position, who hasn't started a game and has got a 6.48. So it can only end well, can't it? Fingers crossed, though. This is the game where we draw Peterhead. We take over and the next place up. We get back into the relegation playoff zone, and that'll be progress. Here are your teams then. We have to be careful of McAllister. They've got some bloke called Angus. Of course they have. So, yeah, McAllister's their danger man. He scored a lot of goals against us. Fingers crossed. I don't believe. But fingers crossed we can achieve the unthinkable. This is one of the more winnable games, you'd say, or one of the 2 winnable games, given we play them at home twice. They're starting with injured players, so that's a positive. Hopefully we can do the business. Oh, and the left-back situation has intensified a little bit. Wilson is going to be the main man there now. The other left-back, who I forget the name of, but I won't be playing him ever again, because he got a 5.7, and when I fined him for a week's wages, he decided that was unfair, and his poor performance was due to poor performances from other players. So he wouldn't accept it, so he's now playing the under-18s or under-20s, and he'll never play for me again, barring severe injuries. It's right now, and it's not right now. It's right gone. Right, he went right wrong there. Wrong right. 2 wrongs don't make it. You get the idea. Let's move on. So it's nearly half time, and unfortunately for us, Davidson has picked up a knock and he's going to go off. That's a foot injury, so that's probably another broken ankle or something, and we have to bring on Darren Miller, who's appalling. This season is just turning into one of those nightmare seasons, to be honest. It's a season that I don't usually experience, because normally we have enough about us, and I thought that was going to be the case in the first 5-6 games when we managed to pick up 9 points. I thought we were going to be okay. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased, because I am. Peterhead are not good enough. You know, they're not as good as we are, and we have to be better. If we can't beat them at home, we're finished. Look at that league. We're 8 points off the place where we guarantee safety. We're 2 points off a place where we actually have to play a game of football to decide if we're going to be safe. I wouldn't back us on form to stay up in a playoff against a team that's flying in League 2. So just before the 57th minute, a throw in here, taken by Peterhead. It comes out to O'Kane. He finds McLaughlin. But tackled well, and here comes Burbage, left side. He's got to do it all himself, and he's slower than an oil tanker. Cross, McCluskey's there. Sandy McCluskey gives us a vital goal, and for the first time in a while, it may just... Actually, I don't even know if it will. It'll bring us off the bottom. I was trying to do mental maths very quickly. Burbage there. You think... Oh, I mean, he's slow, isn't he? He's so slow. He allows the play back in. Or maybe that was his tactic to draw him in. I was worried he was going to try and fashion a shooting attempt, but he didn't. He crossed it, and McCluskey side foots home. Beautifully done, in a way. And yeah, Sandy McCluskey with another goal to his name. Aberdeen. Derek McInnes is watching him. I don't know if he's here today, but he has been watching him in recent weeks. Hopefully, that's the vital goal. Oh, it doesn't actually get us off the bottom. I thought we... Oh, there we go. It's finally... Oh, Sandy McCluskey drives one across goal, and suddenly things are looking up. 6 points off safety, complete safety, over now Peterhead. If we can get a goal and maybe just put in a few performances of quality, we might have a chance, a slim chance of staying up. But, yeah, I mean, it's not the goal that you know, he's not going to win goal of the season, but it's a good finish, you've got to say. McCluskey, 1 foot to set, or 1 touch to set it, and then well, I mean, sort of went through the keeper, but he hit it hard. Venomous strike into that far corner. And 2-0, quick as lightning from Sandy McCluskey. Here's Miller over a free kick, crossed to the edge towards right. Here's MacArthur. It's well saved by Fleming, and McAllister will bring it away. He finds Ritchie. He's got a lot to do, and he finds Miller. He finds Richford, who loses out to Marsh, but Love's here on the right side. Ferguson does well. And, sends McCluskey on his way. I thought we might have seen the chance. McCluskey, I thought he might have had that one. That was a little bit wide. Still 17, of course, is Sandy. Lot to learn, but as I was saying, he's got all the potential aspects I see to be a good striker, a top striker for us. Hopefully for us, rather than someone else. In terms of changes at this point, I think we're going to take off Marsh for McNiff, just to give McNiff a bit of game time. McNiff is one of the higher... What's the word? The higher, more highly influential players in the dressing room. So we don't want to alienate him completely, although it is tempting. And as time ticks on, we might have a first win in nearly 4 months of league football. Suddenly, everything is a bit more rosy. Tendencies are a little bit down. 595 today. We've averaged over 800 since we were promoted. So it's a little. I mean, it's not quite 16 as we got against Rangers. But here's Burbage left side. There's literally 40 seconds. They're not going to recover. Peterhead have very little today, and that's encouraging for us that we're not the only team that's in dire straits. I think it says something about Peterhead in a way that we're basically still with them, despite the fact that we haven't won in nearly 4 months. You know, and in many ways, it says something about Forfar as well, that we're only 6 points behind them despite our struggles. So that's a good win, and hopefully we can use that now to build and put some form together. It's good form together rather than the abysmal form that we've been suffering from. Finally a win for us. There's Ross Davison. He's twisted his ankle, so he's going to be out for 4 to 5 weeks. He's been a good player since he arrived, and that takes us... I mean, we're not clear of the drop because we're outside the auto-relegation spot, but we're in the playoff spot, and we've got a lot of work to do. We're basically halfway through the season now. 18 games played, 36 in total to play, and we need to repeat that kind of performance more often. Another clean sheet for us. So in 2 live comms, we've had 2 clean sheets, but we need to, we need more wins on the board than one in 15 or whatever it is. It's Alloa Athletic next in the league. New Year's Day. They're a decent side, but they're one that we can beat. I don't think they're as good as maybe other teams in the division. So hopefully we can do better than we did on opening day when we lost 1-0. Where should we return? It's going to be Kilmarnock. We'll take a focus off league football. Hopefully we'll be in a bit more of a positive vein when it comes to playing them. So I'll give you an update as to how we've done in the league, of course, and then it'll be Kilmarnock for a bit of non-league relief, essentially. Get away from it all. Alright then, do pop a like on the video if you would. A 2-0 win over Peterhead surely gets a like. And subscribe if you haven't already. And, well, I'll just see you again on the very next video. Goodbye.